Okay, so this is one more question from the organizing committee, and it's as follows. What is your position and what are you prepared to do to advance your position on the CRD's present sewage treatment plan? And we will start with this one with Mr. Shaw.
Well, in principle, I'm in favor of sewage treatment. I do believe that we have the technology to provide efficient sewage treatment for Victoria, and this should be a high priority. It shouldn't be a big political football. One thing that I find the reason why it has been a big political football is that the Liberal concept of P3 partnership has introduced a level of controversy that we don't need with an important matter of sewage treatment. We have to remove the private profit from the idea of sewage treatment. It's not a private profit kind of a game at all. Sewage treatment is a public utility. It's a public health is at stake here. This should be a publicly funded and owned enterprise. Thank you.
We're sort of on a roller coaster with this sewage treatment plant. We believe that this is the wrong plan. We do believe that sewage treatment is necessary. We think that the only way that we can get better value for the money is to go to the provincial government and say, hey, this is a bad plan. We're not getting good value for the money. It needs to be rethought and it needs to be redesigned. And it needs to be taken out of the hands of the CRD because they're incapable of designing a good sewage treatment plant. So that would be what I would do as MLA, is to go to the government, because the provincial government has the ability to intervene and to say to the provincial government, it is time that you intervene. This is too expensive for what we're going to get in the way of social, economic, or environmental values. We should not be using old technologies that come from the 1900s, the 1800s. We should be using what we think would be a distributed plant, small, inconspicuous plants throughout the region. They would be less expensive and we could recover resources from the process. So that's what I would do, is go to the government and say it's time to intervene.
If I receive your support and I'm the MLA, I hope to be the MLA part of the government and actually able to make some of the difference on behalf of this community. I support sewage treatment, but I do believe there are all kinds of challenges with this plan, and I think the reaction in the audience to the question was exactly the challenge we've got. You can't take on a major project like this in our community without the public on side, and people have genuine, real questions about the existing plan. About whether it's the right plan, about whether all the options have been looked at, about whether there are possibilities to be able to better utilize technology, to be able to actually find resources from sewage treatment. One of the big questions, and what we hear from the CRD, is that they need to get on with this plan because the federal money may come off the table. So we've actually been proactive. We've gone to our federal MPs, we've asked them to go to the Conservative minister and request that we get in writing that the money will be held on the table and won't be taken off, so that the rush can be taken away and we can go back and do the proper public consultation that is needed. We've got verbal agreement at this point from the federal government. We want it in writing, and then the next step will be to go back and do a proper public consultation.
Scary prospect. I think we're all in pretty much agreement. When it comes to sewage treatment, I think it has to happen. The plan itself, I certainly have questions over. That's my opinion. The Liberal government has pledged 1/3 to it, and it's something that, if I was elected, I would certainly voice your opinion on and questions about the project itself.